Hello guys and welcome to a new episode of the Football Show, as today we're going to talk about yesterday's games from the Premier League, the Spanish Super Cup, Serie A and also the Trophée des Champions. But let's start with the Premier League. Arsenal against Liverpool ended a 0-0 draw. Yeah, it was a dead game. Dead game, boring game. I mean, obviously I didn't watch the first 30-35 minutes and I'll explain why, but in the rest of the game it was a dead game. From what I heard, majority in that first half Arsenal had control and they were the better team and they had chances, and Liverpool were parking the bus in the first half. I mean, Liverpool had no shots on target in this game. Second half I felt like Liverpool had control, they had some possession, but except they had no shots on target though. Despite they had some better control in the second half, and they actually they passed the ball really well. Arsenal, I felt they was so poor in the second half, except that last chance at the end from Gabriel. I felt like they were so poor. It was a very poor performance from Arsenal, in my opinion. I expected more from them, considering Man City dropped points against Chelsea and against Brighton. I thought Arsenal would take this opportunity, relish this opportunity to win this game against the Liverpool side, who've been struggling, who have lots of problems. They don't have many attacking players who are fit, and they have lots of problems. And you should beat them. You're at home. You should beat them comfortably. And you don't beat them, like, really? And it's not like Arsenal are a team. Liverpool are a team that they completely packed the bus. I know first half people say, some people say maybe Liverpool were defensive in the first half, but they're not. Even defensively, I don't think they're that good. They're not that good defensively. And what I saw from Arsenal in this game is that it felt like when they saw City drop points against Brighton and Chelsea, it felt like they were too excited. They got too excited. They were like, oh, the league is ours. It felt like they got too excited. It felt like Arteta and the players and the fans got too excited. And this is why they performed that level of performance in this game. It wasn't a good performance. They failed to. I know still 6 points clear, but it should have been 8. Should have been 8. And when City are down, you have to keep kicking them. Kick them hard. And I'm sorry, Arsenal wasted this opportunity. They've wasted a perfect opportunity to go 8 points clear. And listen, Arsenal, I still think Arsenal are the favourites for the title. But what if this game actually costs Arsenal the title towards the end? What if actually they don't win the league in the end? And I don't know why Arteta is a manager that is always defensive against Liverpool. It seems like he's happy to take a draw whenever he plays against Liverpool. This season, Arsenal did absolutely nothing going forward to win that game. And yes, it took an amazing goal from Szoboszlai that made Arsenal lose the game, but it was coming. But it happened because Arteta was like stubborn. He didn't go for it. And this game again, Arsenal didn't go for it. Like, why? You're on to Liverpool. You're playing against a team with a lot of problems, struggling. And yes, Liverpool's still a good team. They still can give you a good fight. They're still the Premier League champions. But still, you're at home, you're performing better. You should beat them. You should have that winning momentum behind you and keep that. Carry on that, and relish the opportunity of going 8 points clear. Ahead of City. When City dropped points against Brighton and Chelsea, and they failed to do that. They failed. It was a big missed opportunity from, in my opinion, it was a big missed opportunity from Arsenal to go 8 points clear. They missed it. They missed a big opportunity. They should have won this game. It's a game that it was ready made for Arsenal to win this game. Liverpool are struggling. Arsenal doing well at home. Probably people saying it's even the biggest game in Emirates era, and people even saying the fans are going to be amazing. They're going to create a great atmosphere. By the way, the fans will. I don't think it was I didn't hear much from them. If I'm being very honest, I didn't hear much from them. And Arsenal, they were lackluster. And I said before, when City are down, you have to keep kicking them hard. You know, punish them more. When they drop points, punish them more. Liverpool, when they won the Premier League last season, when City obviously start of last season, City, even though weren't playing well, they were top of the league. But when they start losing games, Liverpool started to punish them, to kick them down, and start winning games, and increase the gap of a Man City. And when they faced City against, I think in 1st December, I think last season, and Liverpool were like 8 points clear. Liverpool fans were like, we could take a draw, we will still be 8 points clear of City. But no, Liverpool went on to win that game, and they keep pushing them more because they knew that City were down, so they felt the opportunity to kick them down more and more, and they took the points, they took advantage of, and they went 11 points clear. When City dropped points, Liverpool capitalised, and as they did under Slot when they won the league last season, and they did under Klopp 2020. When City are down, Liverpool capitalised. So I felt like this was a missed opportunity from Arsenal's side. And yes, they're 6 points clear with 17 games to go. I mean, they were 8 points clear or 5 points clear ahead of Man City with 7-8 games to go in 2023. So listen, this is a better City. This is a better Arsenal side and a weakened City side compared to that season, because that season City won the treble. But still, like, you have to take the handbrake off. Take the handbrake off, and you're at home. And it felt like Arteta took the handbrake on in this game. It felt like us, it wasn't. I was disappointed in Liverpool. In Arsenal. Shouldn't be like, it was ready made for them to win this game, and they blew it, in my opinion. They blew a great opportunity to go 8 points clear. And this is a game I think they could regret. They could regret if they don't win the league. If they win the league, okay, fine. But when City drop points, you have to keep punish them more. And yes, they before City dropped points, Arsenal 2 points clear, and now they're 6 points clear. But this was a perfect opportunity. They're at home, Arsenal. They're at home, and Liverpool are struggling. So perfect opportunity, and they didn't do that. And Gyökeres as well. I mean, there needs to be serious questions about him, because he's been a long time. He hasn't scored lots of goals. I think he scored 1 goal in the last 10 games, and that came from the penalty against Everton. But except that, he's been lacking in terms of scoring goals, but also lacking of service. I don't think how many touches he had in this game? 7-8 touches, something like that. He wasn't involved that much. So Gyökeres was not involved in that much. It felt like there was lack of yes, you could say there was a bit of service, and people say that about there's lack of service from Arsenal players towards Gyökeres at the start of the season when he was struggling. But I saw a couple of balls, a couple of passes made to him, and still not enough for him. And it wasn't again like he's a very good player. I think I like Gyökeres. He's a good player, and he's going to be a top player for Arsenal in the future. I'm pretty sure of that. But at the same time, like, he has to, and of course, switching from the Portuguese league to the Premier League is different, even though he's had some experience in the Premier League before with Brighton. So, like, also he has to adapt more to the Arsenal style, because Arsenal, they are a team that likes to play tippy-tappy most of the time, whereas this is not, and that style is not preferred to Gyökeres' style. So he has to adapt to that. Maybe link up, maybe come back and link up a bit like Harry Kane likes to do, and now Erling Haaland to some extent doing as well. So but again, he wasn't involved. Again, not only, I think Arsenal fans should be worried not only that he's not scoring goals, but also lack of effort. Not many touches involved from him in this game. That's also more concerning thing. So, and if Arsenal are going to win the Premier League, listen, if you tell me what are one of the things that might stop Arsenal from winning the Premier League? Lack of goals up front. Lack of goals. Listen, the goals can come up from everywhere from Arsenal. Even Trossard, even though he doesn't score a lot, he can score. Martinelli can score. Saka can score. But Striker, no. Havertz, no. Gyökeres, no. So far. And by the way, Saka, he's not been at his best. I mean, recently. I mean, how many games he hasn't scored? Like 9 games, 8 games, something like that. So, yeah, he needs to step up as well. But for Liverpool, I mean, it's a decent point considering they are, they were on the back foot coming into this game. Not many people were rooting for them to win this game. So I think going away to Emirates, and I think they defended quite well actually. They had a moment in the game where I felt like maybe they should have had a penalty. The moment on Florian Wirtz. I felt like that should have been a penalty for Liverpool in my opinion. Going forward, Liverpool were not that great too much, if I'm being very honest with you. They had no shots on target, even though they had some control in the second half in terms of possession. But they defended very, very well, so yeah, clean sheet, and they can take something from this game. So decent. I thought McAllister and Gravenberch were very good. Kirkers actually was fantastic in this game, I have to say. He kept Saka quiet. Frimpong was fantastic as well. Florian Wirtz and McAllister, it was a good performance from them, I think, as well. So yeah, I think Liverpool can take some positives from this game, even though it's a draw and then it's 1 point. So, but considering where the situation, where they are right now compared to Arsenal, it's a decent point. Let's move on to the Spanish Super Cup as Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid. Real Madrid win 2-1. Goals from Valverde, Rodrigo and Sorloth. Valverde scored an amazing goal, fantastic free kick, brilliant finish from him. And Rodrigo also scored the second goal as well, where I think in the first half, a couple of minutes before half time, he had a good chance to score as well, but Oblak made a good save. Amazing free kick by the way from Valverde, like I said, and it reminds me a bit of the goal of Szoboszlai when he similar technique, similar kind of goal when Szoboszlai scored that goal against Arsenal. But great finish from Rodrigo for the second goal. Atletico got back in the game, 2-1 from goal from Sorloth, but it wasn't enough after that, as Real Madrid still win the game, and it will be another year, another final, another 4th consecutive year of final between Barcelona and Real Madrid for the Spanish Super Cup. It's getting boring now, isn't it? But yeah, they're the 2 best teams in Spain, so is what it is. As a football fan, I don't like it because I want to see like different teams, different years in different finals. But you have to acknowledge as well that Barcelona and Real Madrid are the 2 best teams in Spain, and the 2 biggest clubs and the best clubs in Spain, and as they have been for many years. So yeah. However, there was a moment in this game, where there was a fight between Diego Simeone and Vinicius Junior, where Vinicius Junior was kind of running and tracking back, etc., and it was in front of Simeone's technical touchline area, and Simeone was saying to Vinicius, Florentino Perez will kick you out, I told you. And then when Vinicius Junior was, I think, subbed off, he was getting whistled by the Real Madrid fans, and Diego Simeone was telling to Vinicius Junior, look, they're whistling you, look, you don't like when they do that to you, look. And then it got heated between Vinicius Junior and Diego Simeone, and then Xabi Alonso had to step in and and he said to Diego Simeone, F off, focus on your job, don't talk to my players, focus on your job, focus on your team. And he said to Simeone, F off. So, I mean, yeah, I understand there's a bit of banter from Simeone's side. Yes, I understand Vinicius, some people find Vinicius Junior as an easy target because he can be easily upset by these kind of things, booing, whistling when people triggers him, etc. Yes, it's derby, it's banter from Simeone. He likes to play mind games. He wants to play mind games, getting on players' skin, getting their heads. It's kind of Argentinian way of things when they like to use this kind of tricks. But come on, it's too much. Yeah, I mean,